good morning. Good morning. All right, we're going live today. It is Thursday, which means it's Friday for a lot of people. And I'm going to just bear with me. I'm going live on a couple platforms. So I'm going to get this other one up and going right now. And we got the countdown. And here we are. Good morning. All right. So happy Thursday, everyone. Glad to be here. Excited to be here. It's a so-so day. We're up in the Northwest. Actually, we're Montana. And we're going live today. You know, I am all about making money online. That's my shtick. And the topic is if I was starting over. And this is if I was starting over at age 50. This is for my 50 plus people out there. What would I do? And when I say if I was starting over, I'm talking specifically about making money and what would I do different. So I kind of had my head in the sand. And let me explain that. So I was not into social media at all. And I wasn't even aware of the options that were out there for making money online. And it just slays me. And you know why? It's because I was one of those people that I'm a Gen Xer. I'm mid 50s. And, we went to school, went to college, we got jobs out of college. And, you're kind of taught that is the grind that you do. You work and good morning. You work and work and work. And that you make your way up the ladder, you work for years and years and years, and that's how you make money. And that reflects my generation, the Gen X generation. We have been in the workforce forever. And so if I were starting over, what would I do? And what would I do differently is, man, I would have been a little more open-minded to social media. I just had no idea. And there are people out there, folks, that are just like me, that have no idea what's available and what's possible in the online space. So I was a complete beginner. I literally just started this whole online journey like maybe 5-6 months ago. So it's new to me, which is crazy because nowadays kids come out of the womb and they're holding a cell phone, right? I mean, so Gen Xer, I worked and that was my thing. I enjoyed my job. So it's not like I was, miserable at work. I enjoyed it, but that was what I knew. And social media to me was I would work all day and, you get home and you're busy and I didn't want to be scrolling on a phone. I just had no idea. I mean, I thought some of these platforms, like TikTok, I thought that was a dancing platform for teenagers. I had no idea. I had no idea. And so how I discovered this and what we're talking about is what I would change, what I would do different if I was starting over, or even 5 years ago, what I would do different. So I was working in my life, in my groove. I have an HR background. I enjoyed my job. And my husband is 8 years older than I am. And he's approaching retirement, which is super exciting. And I have to say that, 8 years to me is not a big age gap. And it just never was. And it never really was even an issue in our relationship until there's the but. He had to have unexpected open heart surgery. And that was definitely a game changer. That was definitely the first time that we kind of started thinking about age, and not just for him. I mean, he's 8 years older than I am. He's a baby boomer. I'm a Generation Xer. And it's the first time, because you know what? You don't feel as old as you are. I mean, maybe some people out there, but I feel like for the majority of the people, we don't feel as old as we are. So when I think about, how old I am, mid 50s. I mean, that kind of sounds, I remember being younger thinking, whoa, people in their 40s and 50s and up are senior citizens. And now that I'm here, I don't feel that way at all. At all. And so my husband and I, when he had to have open heart surgery, that kind of just was an eye opener on how old we are and time. For me, I was doing the grind and I was enjoying the grind. I loved my job. I was in HR, which is kind of crazy to love that, right? But that's a whole nother thing. So I after his surgery, I obviously needed to have I needed a lot of time flexibility. So I started thinking, there's got to be a different wheelhouse. So I started Googling how to make money online. And again, let me remind you, I was not into social media. I had just I'm up in Montana, and after work, we're outside, we're doing physical active things, and I just wasn't a scroller. So when I started looking, how do you make money online? I was blown away. I was blown away at the options and the possibilities in the online space. And that is the gosh honest truth. And I know some people are looking at me like, oh my word, she's ancient. She has her head in the sand. How could she not be aware? I was not aware. And I will be the first to admit it. So when I talk about things that I would do different, I wish 5 years ago, 4 years ago, that I had discovered the online space. Forget that I'm in HR. Forget that I am, have been the corporate person, working for the man and working on that employee onboarding, retention, and retirements, blah, blah, blah. I would have done something different. I would have been in the online space. Forget that office job, for real. And so that is my biggest thing. And my other thing that I love to tell people is it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your background is, where you're coming from. The online space is for anybody. And when I say anybody, I am like living proof of that. The fact that I had never done social media. The fact I'm going live now is amazing. It's amazing. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. And I know that there are people much older than I am who are doing it and crushing it and loving it. That's the other thing. Making money online is fun. And when you find the right thing, it doesn't even feel like it's work. Yes, it's work. Yes, you have to show up, be consistent, post, create content, do your thing. And good morning, everyone. Hey, I'm Elizabeth. I'm up in Montana. Feel free to come on in and drop me a comment. I would love to know where you're from. If you're even in the US, what country you're from. I'm hoping I get some Michigan people on. I was born in Michigan and I have family back there. My brothers are back there. And so hopefully they're going to hop on this morning. But I'm out in Montana and I love Montana. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm a Gen Xer. I'm married to a baby boomer. And we have both together recently discovered the online space. And I know that makes us sound like we are incredibly ancient, incredibly stuck in the ice ages, but that's just being honest with you all. And that is what it is. And I do believe that there are lots of other people out there that are in a similar situation that maybe have no exposure to social media whatsoever. And I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You can absolutely do it. If you want to make money online, you need to find a program that interests you. What interests you and how much time do you have to put into it? So what's the time commitment? Because I'll be honest, for me, I was looking for time freedom, time flexibility. My husband had his open heart surgery and we just started thinking about our ages, and he retires in 2 years. So I want to have flexibility to do things to be able to when he retires. And because we actually like each other. It's shocking. I know some people they're like, yeah, I don't need to spend time with my spouse. I actually enjoy my spouse. We have fun together. So started thinking about our age difference, the 8 years, and I was like, well, he's retiring in 2 years, and we're getting old, and I want to be able to do some things with him while we're both still healthy, and I need the flexibility in my schedule to be able to do that. So that is what got me looking online. And again, I have to tell you guys, if I was starting over, if I could change one thing, and I have an HR background, if I wish that I had discovered the online space 4 or 5 years ago, because it is amazing to me, blew my mind how there are so many opportunities out there to make money online. And that's what I'm talking about. I am in a program, that I absolutely love. That was foundational for me as a complete beginner in my mid 50s. Because you know what? Gen X, baby boomers, we did not come out of the womb with a cell phone in our hands. And so some of this is definitely new to some of us. And so I want to encourage you, if you are thinking, gosh, I would love to make money online, the program that I am a part of, it's an ecosystem. It's a beginner friendly environment where they give you digital products to sell. So they really give you three things as a complete beginner. So this is if you're just new and you're like, gosh, I really want to make money online. I don't know what to do. I am here to tell you that the program that I am in was so foundational and beginner friendly for me as a way to just start. And because when you are just scrolling and looking, it's like squirrel, right? Squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. I mean, there's so many things, and there's so many people talking about different things that it can be paralyzing. Like you don't even know what to do. It's like, oh my, and then you do nothing and you miss the opportunity. So that's another thing that I'm like, you don't want to be in the same place today, 6 months from now, right? You want to do something different. You want to choose something different. And that means that you need to actually take action and do the thing, buy the program, commit to whatever you find. And I'm just here to tell you what I found, which was perfect for me. I am so grateful, thankful. So I know I talked about the three things that it gave me. Hey, hey, hey. So I wanted to say, if you're here, you can hop up here to get information. Um, and and if you're here, you can go down here and get information. So just a little thing there. But the program I am in gave me three things. As a complete beginner who was a social media virgin, total virgin, I did not know what I did not know. So that is what I would change. If I could do anything different, if I could start over, I would go back 4 or 5 years and I would discover the online space. So the three things that the program gave me, it gave me digital products, done for you products to sell. I didn't have to create anything at all. So that was number one. Number two, it gave me the back end system, folks. It gave me the website. It gave me the way to get paid. It gave me the email campaign, the actual website. I didn't have to create anything, which again, as a complete beginner, ding, 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 ding. I mean, so right there, two things right there. And the third thing, which is a big, big ding, 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 is it gave me the understanding and the know-how and the support. So again, complete beginner here, mid 50s, Generation X. My husband's a baby boomer. We're older. This is what I needed, so foundational to teach me, guide me, grow me up here, show me, give me the courage, give me the how to actually make money online. And again, when I say it's so foundational, it is not just for beginners. It has blown my mind, and I feel like that's another live. It has blown my mind to discover all of the different things that are out there as ways to make money. And this program shows you those things. It teaches you about those things. So you don't have to be multidimensional. If you don't want to sell done for you digital products, you don't have to, but it gives you them. And to me, that is an incredible foundational way to start your own business. But it's also going to be there to guide you into other ways to make money. UGC, affiliate marketing, TikTok shop. I mean, it's just mind blowing. So it takes me back to, if I was starting over, what is the one thing I would change? And as a Generation Xer, good morning. Good morning. As a Generation Xer, the one thing that I would change is discovering social media in the online space 4 or 5 years ago. I was a worker bee. I went into an office. I've always had, kind of the career, the 9 to 5 career. And by the way, who works 9 to 5, right? 9 to 5. I mean, Dolly Parton, was that like the 70s or the 80s? I don't remember. Dolly Parton, you guys, when was Dolly Parton around? The 9 to 5, do, 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 do. No one works 9 to 5. That just cracks me up. So it must probably be the 70s that song came out in. But no one does that. No one works 9 to 5. I mean, that's not even an 8-hour day. Holy smokes. So, but that was me. I did that my whole life. So 30 plus years. And I have no complaints. It's been a journey. I've loved it. I've grown. I've had tremendous opportunities. So I'm very thankful. But I just didn't know about social media in the online world and the online space. And I absolutely love it. So this program that I do, going back to my beginner friendly program, it requires 2 hours a day from me. And that's it. 2 hours a day that I can fit into pockets of my day. So I'm not on my phone all day. I'm not creating content all day. I mean, it's the time commitment. So when we talk about time freedom, by committing 2 hours a day, that's all I need to put into this. So that was a huge selling point for me. So again, it gave me the digital products to sell. It gave me the back end, the automations. So when I say automations, I can be sleeping and people can be transacting with me from the UK or Australia, other parts of the world. So my system, my website, my payments, that's all automated in the background. So I'm really posting content. And that's the third thing that it gave me, is the understanding and the know-how as a complete beginner who did not know anything, nothing, zip, nada. I'd never been on social media before. It showed me how. And so for the Gen X brains, for the baby boomer brains, and you know what I'm talking about when I say that, right? It's perfect for us. If you are the type of person that does want to have a very foundational program to learn something, so that you don't feel like it's little pieces here and there and it feels scattered and it feels unsettled, but you're a part of a community where you've got weekly training and you can check in and you've got other people that are there alongside of you to encourage you and help grow you. As a beginner, let me tell you what, it was incredible. And I want to also say that it is not just for beginners. The program itself is so top notch. And I can speak as kind of an authority on this, coming from HR and training, and having that training mindset of, bringing people in to train large groups of employees, or, sending people out to different trainings that are out there, and what constitutes good training and what is not good training. So having that HR background, I know firsthand with years of experience doing this, that this program is top notch. It is top notch for learning how to make money online, and it's foundational for everyone, but specifically for beginner folks like me who Gen X. I'm a Gen Xer, my husband's a baby boomer, and this whole journey, if you are here, you're going to go here and to get more information. It'll be down in the description on what I'm doing. Um, and if you're here, hey, you can hop up here to get more information on what I'm doing. So it's going to ask for your email, full disclosure. It doesn't spam you. I don't spam you, but you put your email in. And I always like to tell people, check your spam or your promotions folder because it might not land in your inbox. So that's important. If you want the information specifically on what I'm doing, the specifics, the details. I'm not on this live to go into the nitty gritty details. If you're interested, go check it out here or here and get the information, and you just consider it on your own time. But I also want to encourage you to like my video if you don't mind, and follow me, whatever platform that you're on. Hit the follow button, hit the share button. Yeah, I would love to stay in touch, because if a week down the road or a month down the road, you're like, there was this gal, this Gen X gal that I saw that, oh my gosh, didn't know anything about social media. And she found a program that she was talking about how to make money online. And you want to find me, you need to follow me. Follow me. That way I'll just show up occasionally in your feed. And it's fun to have followers too. So yeah, I mean, let's be honest. So just want to encourage that. I'm Elizabeth. I'm up in Montana, and I would love to know where people are watching from. If you're in the US, what state? And if you're not in the US, what country? So go ahead and drop a little note. And yeah, I would love to hear where you're from. So my journey, what I'm talking about today, because I actually did, for my other platform that I'm on, I do a little thumbnail. And it said, my thumbnail is, if I was starting over, this is what I do. And specifically 50 plus, because I'm mid 50s. And if I was starting over, so my background, I have a background in HR, and I've always been the get the job, work your way up the corporate ladder, and I've done that for 30 plus years. If I was starting over, I wish that I had discovered the online social media space 4 or 5 years ago. I had no idea, folks, what I didn't know. I had no idea what I was missing. And of course, I didn't choose socially to be on social media, because I just didn't. I would work all day. I was around people all day, dealing with people all day. And so when I would get home, I mean, we're in Montana. It's beautiful here. So we're going outside, and we're going fishing, we're hiking, walking the dog. We're just outside. Scrolling on a phone was not even on my radar. It was not a thing for me at all. And so this is why, if I was starting over, dang it, I wish that I had known the opportunity that has been there in this online space for the last 4 or 5 years. And I know even further back than that, but there's just, every month it seems like there's new things. And that's another thing that I want to encourage you. Don't get overwhelmed. It can be overwhelming, especially for those of you who, like me, have maybe never done social media, or you're new to social media and you're like, I didn't know I could make all this money online, and I don't even know what to do. There's so many options. That's where I was. So I took my time. And here's my deal. I found a gal that I resonated with. And I started following her, and I started watching her content. And I was looking at other things as well. But I resonated with her. She was around my age, same kind of situation, going in, doing the office, the corporate grind. And I watched her content and watched what she was saying. And I got information on the program that she was promoting. And I researched it. I researched the founder. That's the way I roll. I am not like the impulse person. I'm more of the, if I'm going to spend money, I want to know what I'm spending it on. I want it to be a good investment. That's the way I roll. I love all the people out there who can literally just spend money and not really think about it. That isn't me. I am more of the, I watch my dollars and it drives my husband nuts. It drives my husband nuts. But anyway, that's another story. So I resonated with this gal and I started following her. And I was like, after I did my due diligence, I did my research, I was like, I'm going to do it because why not? I'm investing in me. I wanted to try something new. And I knew if I didn't make a decision, I would continue to not make a decision. And I would find myself in the same position that I was in right now, 3, 4, 6 months down the road. And I knew that I didn't want to do that. So I knew I had to make a decision. So I took 3 weeks to make my decision. But I mean, that's me. That's my due diligence. Those of you who are like, yeah, I'll get into that program today. Sign me up. I love you. I absolutely love you. So you can hop up here if you want to get specifics on the program I'm talking about. So it's an online program. It's an ecosystem. It gives you so much support and information. It gives you digital products that you're selling. Because, if you're going to make money online, you got to sell something, a product or a service, right? So it gives you the digital products. So you don't have to create anything. So that, as a complete beginner, that was like a big check mark for me. Like, yes, yes. And then the second thing, it gives you, I have like a hair. Sorry. There we go. It gives you the back end. So it gives you the email campaign, the website, the automation. So that was critical for me too. I am not a techie person. I have no patience for technology. I just don't. That's the way I roll. You put me on the front end of a computer and I'm good all day long. I have, like, now I'm looking at my computer and I probably have 16 tabs open. So I'm great on the front end. The back end, forget about it. Just no patience. I am not technology. That is not my jam. So the fact that it gave me the back end, that was a big check. That was my second big check mark. And my third big check mark that it gave me was the know-how. Because you guys, I was a complete beginner. I had never been on social media. It wasn't my thing. It wasn't, I just had never made that choice or decision to be on social media. And so I refer back to not you guys, but you guys. I've got a little thumbnail created, and the title is, If I Was Starting Over, What Would I Do Differently? And what I would do differently is I wish that I had been made aware of the social media, the online space 4 or 5 years ago, and how to make money online. It's tremendous, the opportunities that are out there. And when I finally found the program, the one that I felt so good about after doing my research, I've just learned so much. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind. And so, having done the whole corporate thing for years and years, 30 plus years, to now discover the online space and making money online, it's just, I'm just thrilled. I'm thrilled. I'm excited to talk about it. It's fun to be able to make money online from the comfort of your home. I only spend 2 hours a day working my business, and those 2 hours are flexible hours. So I can fit that into pockets of my day. I can do 15 minutes here, 30 minutes there. The flexibility, and that's one of the things that I was looking for. Yes, a way to make money online, but the flexibility in my day, in my schedule. Because when you're getting older, us Generation Xers out there, you do need that flexibility. And for me, it was when my husband, he's 8 years older than me, had to have unexpected open heart surgery. And so I needed lots of flexibility around that because believe me, that's a whole thing. That is a whole thing. Don't just poo poo when people say, oh, so and so had open heart surgery. I mean, it's like, I was shocked when we went through this, when my husband went through this, what's involved. I mean, they crack you open like you're a coconut. And, you're hooked up to equipment that's outside of your body that's keeping you alive. I mean, it's just unbelievable. And then the other thing about it, I just have to go on for just a minute about it because it still is crazy to me. All the tubes they put in you. I mean, not just down your throat, but I mean, tubes. It's crazy the tubes they've got in the main huge veins, the carotid veins that come down and like loop around. I mean, I've got some crazy, crazy pictures, x-rays, and then I got to be there when they were taking all this stuff out and he let me video it. So that itself, I mean, that's a whole nother topic we could talk about. It was amazing. So anyone who says, even in passing, oh, I, know so-and-so had open heart surgery. Just understand that is a big freaking deal. It is a big deal. And if they come out of it and they are healthy and doing well, that's a miracle. It's a miracle they can even do those surgeries, to be honest with you. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. So my hubby, this happened, and that's what caused me to start to look at different ways to make money. So that was my moment. That was I got to do things different. And I know that everyone has a story, and that can vary for a lot of people. I wasn't aware of the online space. I did not know what I did not know. And I was in HR. So here, and of course I'm in HR. I'm like, come work at the office. Come, this is a great job. And it was a great job. It absolutely was. I have no HR is tough. I'll just say that. Anyone who's in HR out there, kudos to you. Um, Kudos to you because it's a tough job. Nobody likes you. No one. You're just not making people happy. Anyway, so I enjoyed my job. So I just didn't know about the online space and the opportunity to just be at home and create content and make money. So I mean, I'm HR today, but it's all about my own HR. It's all about my own business, which I love. So that is what I would change if I could go back. Speaking to you as a mid-50s gal who's had a career 30 plus years, so my whole life, if I could go back and change something, it would be to discover. I wish that I had discovered the online space sooner. Yeah. So the fact that you guys are here, and whether or not you are a seasoned online spacer and you've been making money for a while, and I'm like, good on you, or you're someone that's new who's just like looking, I want you to consider, you hop up here, consider what I'm doing. If you're here, you can hop down here to get all the details on the program. I don't spam you. You'll put in your email and I will send you information. And that can be it. That can absolutely be it. Just something for you to consider. I personally took 3 weeks before I made a decision on hopping into my program. That's the way I roll. I'm more cautious. I've got to research, and I know that drives people absolutely nuts, but that's me, you know? But a few of the things I decided, one, I've never done something like this. So I was a total social media virgin, making money online. Holy smokes. All of it was new to me. All of it. If you had told me that I would have my own online business and have my own website, I would have been like, no, no. Why? I mean, why would I do that? I got a job. I got a job that I enjoy. I just didn't know what I didn't know. And so I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. And the other thing that I love out there is it's never, ever, ever too late to start learning, to keep learning, to do something new. Um, so it doesn't matter how old you are. You know, if you're someone who is retired, seriously, and you want a way to bring in additional income because you either didn't save enough, that Social Security is not enough, or you've got extra expenses. Because let's be honest, everything is so much more expensive today than maybe what you planned. And so, a beginner friendly way to learn how to make money online, a program that gives you the digital products, done for you digital products that you can sell. It gives you the back end, the website, the automated system, the email campaign, and it gives you the know how. It gives you the community where people come alongside you and you learn step by step. Folks, that is where I was at. That is what I needed because I didn't know. I was not born with a cell phone in my hand. And I did the whole corporate career thing for 30 plus years. So I wanted personally something that was foundational for me, that was beginner friendly, that I could walk through it and grasp what am I doing? What is this? And I have to tell you, I had my business up and running in 2 days. 2 days. That's how quick. So it's not like this was like months of preparing for like some business launch. That is not the case. 2 days. I was up and running and had my products, had my website, had the tools I needed to do it. So you can hop up here if you want to get information. If you're here watching here, you can go down here and get information. Um, I I love meeting people that are new to the space. And you don't even have to be brand new. If you're just looking for a way to make money online, I want you to consider the program, look into it, consider it for yourself. This is not high pressure. It's just, it was such a great program for me to start, to have an understanding, have a way that I could bring in additional income, where I didn't have to create anything. I didn't have to post all throughout my day. I do it in 2 hours a day, is what I dedicate to it. So you don't have to go live. I'm going live right now. I never thought I'd be going live, and you don't have to do this. But this definitely counts towards my 2 hours. And, you know, I like it. I enjoy it. And I am an introvert. I have to tell you guys, HR is my background. Public speaking would make me want to vomit. I do not enjoy public speaking whatsoever. I get so nervous. I just, and I, I've spoken in front of different size groups my whole career. My last one was about 170 people. And when they're your peers, it also just it's a mental thing for me. I totally realize this. I've done it my whole life. People would say, "Oh, you just keep doing it and it gets easier. It gets better." It never did. It always just made my stomach sick, whenever I had to public speak. So when I first, social media, that's a thing. When I was like, okay, I'm going to be creating content. And I was like, I chose not to go faceless because I feel like I want people to see that I'm a real person. I'm real. I'm not AI. And I just feel like it's more relatable. So I started with, doing content, which I absolutely loved. And that was all new to me, folks. I didn't know how to do content. I didn't know how to create, edit videos, do any of that. And so that was all a learning, but step by step, this program showed me how to do it. And then you want to talk about going live. Well, that was another big step for me. I was like, yeah, that's kind of bringing back like the public speaking vibe, but it is not that way. It is not that way at all. It's been enjoyable. Um, People go easy on me. It's not like it's crushing. Um, and it's been fun. It's been a fun journey. I've learned so much. And I think that we all need to be doing that, especially my Gen Xers and my baby boomers. You got to use your brains. You got to keep active, keep healthy. And if you can have your own online business, your own side hustle that you can do now if you're still working, because you only need 2 hours, and then take it with you into retirement as a nice little additional financial security blanket for you, as you're going. And you only need your phone or a laptop to do it, and internet service. So, I mean, I look at, we've got a bucket list of what we're going to be doing when my husband, so he retires in 2 years. And I can do my business from wherever. So it's not like I have to be, at home in my house on a computer, um, which I love. I love the flexibility. Um, so if you want more information, if you're watching here, hello, you're going to hop up here to get my information. I will send you a blueprint that you can look at and you can consider. There is no pressure. It's information only. Be sure to check your spam folder if you get the information, because the email might not land in your inbox. It might go, some people have like a promotions folder, some people have junk folder or an all email folder. So you got to check those places. And then if you're here, hi, you're going to hop down here. I'm going to go ahead and it'll be in the description down below where you can check it out. So yeah. So you guys, that's my morning. How long? I've been on for 42 minutes. Bada bing, bada bing. Look how quick that was. It's been an enjoyable 42 minutes. So I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to actually say goodbye here first. So I hope you have a fabulous weekend. I hope you have a fabulous day. And come back, like and follow. Thank you. So bye-bye. And then you guys up here,